I'm willing to see what they have to bring to the table. So as
Yeah.
Vicky, I think Vicky he's lost time. Yeah, no, he's ghosted. That's why. So, but Adams had to pit again. So, well, I
Well,
think Adam
I'm
needs
back
just
in the session.
right, good.
All good.
Yeah, but I think Adam had to pit again or something because 30 seconds behind the main pack. So, but we can start to see a gap develop here. Sebo,
Oh,
not
we've seen a spin from
Oh, War Panda,
War Panda, who's
safety car.
I think he's had an issue. I'm not
He's
sure.
lost his wing.
I think he's having a wheel issue because even the way he's driving is not really characteristic of having full control of the car. I think he had a big issue there, and he's back.
Oh, careful! Oh, he's just put it in. I knew he was gonna do that.
I think we jinxed it for War Panda here.
He's just done a David Coulthard. He's just understeered into the pit wall. Oh no!
And it was key for him to finish in a good position for the Ferrari constructors, but
well,
we were just talking about unknown player needing at least a safety car to help him out. So
Adam
that's
as well
benefited him.
So.
That's true.
Yeah, but no, the problem with the known player is he's a lapped car. Which is going to be a big problem for him because unlike real life,
you can't unlap
yourself.
You can't unlap yourself here.
Yeah, last season in Canada, I think very first race of the league, Division 1 Canada.
Yeah.
I found myself P13, but I was something like I think it was UW and like Jesse and
it was Shift W than me, and I think you were just like in the middle. Like, to put it in perspective for those of you that are watching, think of it that unknown player is right in between Maverick and Wrath right now. But the thing is, he can't pass any of these drivers. He has to stay there because if he does pass, it leads to a penalty. And although we can remove penalties, the issue is if these drivers pit, it's gonna ruin the race to have like a 5-second penalty.
Yeah, Uru though picked 5-second penalty. Sure where that's from.
Probably from a little fender bender. He's missing the end plate of his wing, so I think he definitely has to
He might
pit.
have to pit, you know. Yeah. That'll be unfortunate for Uru. We talk about him carrying the Red Bull team currently, so last thing he wants being a one-man team currently. But yeah, don't know, man. It's just unfortunate for War Panda. It's just frustrating. He's got no one else to blame but himself there.
That's true.
Unless he's got some sort of wheel issue, but
something to say, you were talking about Twitch Lima when I disconnected. That puts him into P4 right now, as we speak, which is definitely, I think, one of the highest positions the Haas has been in lately, if I'm not wrong. I'll check the standings now to tell you guys. I mean,
Oddish was fighting for the win in Italy till he had a incident, but
yeah. So the Haas is currently behind the Mercedes with 39 points, while the Mercedes has 58 points. Currently, they might be able to have a really good showing here of points because both Mercedes have not attended this race.
Yeah. Well, Haas as well. I think season's still long and they're just having a rough start to it. I've experienced rough starts to the season, so it's not uncommon. But yeah, Alpine really need this. They're currently sat third in the constructors, almost 30-40 points behind AlphaTauri, who's at the top with 110. But if both of these drivers finish where they currently are, or even in the top 4, both of them, the points haul here will be massive. So
yeah, I think that there's a good chance of it even promoting them into
P1 or P2, because the Ferrari doesn't really have.
It all depends on the points of the other guys. If Alpine carry this out consistently and finish in the same positions they are in currently, it'll be very good for them, and it will also be a big booster to Maverick, who's had such a tough season.
However, Adam XMX, he had another incident.
Safety
he fell back to the field.
Sorry to interrupt.
And he's had another safety car. So this is his second chance again to fight his way back through the field. Needs to be patient. You see Wrath at the front, warming his tires. Second time. Maverick backing up the field perfectly for his teammate. As Wrath goes and full power, same as Maverick.
Yep. Maverick also gets a good run away from Logic, but the Haas is looking very aggressive here. Is he going to go down?
Potentially.
Oh, he brakes as late as he can. just taps wheels against
Oh, contact
Logic.
between the
They have a
two.
little bit of contact, but it's not much to stop them from battling. I think the Haas is still going to send one.
Into the
Oh, he
inside.
breaks.
Oh, this is so close.
Oh, they're going to go side by side through the rest of this track, I think.
This side pod banging, careful into turn 4, this won't end well. Oh, and Lima has to yield.
That was very. I got goosebumps from seeing Logic go ahead. I thought Logic was gonna be the one to back out of the move, but no, it was Lima.
Certain.
Definitely very spicy to see that.
ZK7 though. ZK7, we have not talked about him at all so far. Fast driver as well, definitely.
I think he's one of the biggest improvements from last season. Because I remember last season he was struggling a lot with pace, but now I've seen him relatively come in a lot in the top 5 and even setting really good qualifying laps. I remember last week in Monza, I think he got P3 in quali, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, he's definitely improved a lot, and he's currently sat behind these two battling. I mean, I think this is the closest battle we've seen on track there. They are fighting tooth and nail, these two. So
I think so. Yeah, I'm looking down the grid.
If something goes wrong,
Uru's gotten damage again. He's pitting. He has no front wing at all. I don't know what caused that exactly, but Adam XMX is now in P10. That gives him 1 point to his name currently. And I think with his pace, he might be able to get. I don't know. I think he might be able to get up into P7. That's my bet here.
Well, anything can happen. Still a long race, but Aston Martins, they've been doing really well. They seem to really thrive in the wet. Car number 69,
I think
7
so.
positions, and Bob up 6. So it's good showing from them. Good showing from the McLaren team as well. Both drivers in the points, having made up positions.
That's true.
And obviously great showing from the Alpine boys.
Of course, but one thing to carry on mentioning, Twitch. And he's I was about to say that he's staying on the tail. He hasn't gotten damaged, but he's spun, which has caused some issues for him.
Yeah, one small mistake
that
and
brings
to
him
the back
down.
of
That puts Adam XMX into P9 now.
Maverick 3 seconds.
Maverick's gotten 3-second penalty. That puts Logic, as we speak, into P2, which... Oh, that's a big blunder. But Maverick, I think with the pace that he has, he might be able to push it, or maybe swap positions with the Wrath, maybe, and let Wrath hold back Logic a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know, but I think Wrath will want to go for this win today, and Maverick will be telling him, go on then, it's your win. But
I think so, yeah. There's yellow.
Oh, is that Adam XMX? Oh, he's in the wall.
And that's another safety car.
Well,
funny how we've only had one safety car today with retirees, but the 2 other safety cars we've had have just been due to maybe excessive debris on the track, probably.
Yeah. That's surprising as well, considering it is on reduced safety car for the Division 2s, having 3 already, but
yeah,
whatever the game dictates, it's never consistent anyway, so. But Adam XMX, honestly, I don't see him potentially finishing this race in the points, or finishing this race at all. I mean, this is first time wasn't his fault, but this is twice now.
To be fair though, there's a huge impact on his motivation when it comes to having a blunder in the beginning of the race. I remember yesterday I had the issue where I spun and you just feel like that's it. The race is over for you. Even though you might be in points position or whatever, it's not what you wish that you could have had probably. And I think
there's so much
Adam
more
XMX
there.
has the feeling, especially with his pace. Well, you know you're a fast driver and you know that you could probably right now, had the race gone according to Adam XMX's ideal plan, he'd probably be fighting P2, P3 probably right now with all those drivers, but it's not really going to plan for him.
Do we see the drivers pit though? That is the question. I mean, it's getting close to the pit window. Raft's not go in. I mean, there has been a lot of safety cars though.
It's getting close to the pit window for the dries, but these wets, they can go quite a long way, especially with how fast these guys are going with 3 safety cars. That's around
full throttle.
That's around 9 laps that they've had of just safety car basically, which is a huge. it's a good percentage of the laps they've already done. Unknown players got. I think a known player might retire.
Car number
Sure.
69. He's pitted. He changed his front wing.
War Panda said that Sebo told him that car number 69 crashed with a safety car.
Okay.
Which is probably.
Well, speaking of Sebo, he's been stepping up. You know, sadly his teammate. It's just. I mean, it can happen to anyone. I've done it before plenty of times. I think I actually did it today in some online lobby. I understood into the pit wall, but in the dry as well. So, but Sebo having to step up now. P5 definitely 10 points. Good for the Ferrari constructors, but I'm sure he'll want to go for more. He's been on the podium plenty of times this season. Knows the taste of champagne. So, well, I say it like it's IRL, but you know what I mean.
And if you're running low graphics, there's nothing. You're really not having anything.
It's just empty bottles.
I will grace you guys
today.
At the moment. I'll grace you guys today with some low graphics, and you'll definitely enjoy no champagne at all.
Yeah.
Not really much to mention. There's not really moves to go, but I think Logic needs to nail his start this time. To really get
ZK7 now behind him. Different
for all. I think the top 4 are really the ones to look at currently, including Sebo actually, the top 5, because they all seem very competitive this season, and they're all like within arm's length of each other currently as we speak. Safety car's out for one more lap, I believe. Unknown player is. It's a shame, really.
Yeah.
It's the same thing that he had with that. It's the same thing I said about Adam XMX.
Yeah.
You start in such a good position, and you know that you're a good driver and such, and you just feel it slip away from you.
It really just does not represent his talent. I mean, I think the qualifying says it all. Qualifying P2, and his entire season so far has been relatively good.
He's currently 12th in the standings with 14 points. Had he gotten a podium today, that would have easily put him into P6, P7 in the standings if he got a podium.
Yeah, I mean, over one lap, he's certainly a talented driver as seen today, but it happens. Back to the constructors though. This looks like it could be a good race for the McLaren boys as well. Davis didn't even get to qualify.
That's true, but he's coming from a win in Monza, starting last. He also didn't qualify in Monza's race. He joined mid-session. So that's another thing to say. He's been a driver that comes from 0 and ends up making really good positions. He DNF'd in Russia, but I think he'll be good today.
Yeah, most certain. I mean, up 7 positions, him in P6 and his teammate in P3, that's definitely a good haul of points. If I'm not mistaken, that is around 23 points, so, you know.
Yeah.
It's a lot of points.
Safety car in this lap, I think the one to watch really right now is Logic, who's like... he
doesn't back down.
He's close enough to smell Maverick right now, basically.
He's not going to back down, that's for sure. We've seen him fight with Lima.
Yeah, we've seen him fight, which was probably the highlight so far of the race, that fight.
But Maverick backing up the pack a little bit so his teammate can be comfortable and get a good run. As they go now.
I think Logic's...
Oh, they've done it again. The Alpine boys, they've gapped the rest of the field.
ZK7 though was caught napping. Logic is the only one that's actually close enough to the Alpines. But ZK7 was caught napping, but with this heavy braking, I think it doesn't matter.
And Uru goes down the inside of Conham 69 at turn 1. Good move. Sorry to interrupt.
It's alright.
Yeah.
There's a lot to see here, I have to say.
Lima, he's missing a front wing. I'm not sure if that's because Haas is struggling a bit with cash at the moment, or if he's put it in the wall or something.
I think he might have had some contact with someone, probably. We'll have to see. I'm trying to look at others if they have any damage. I can't see anything on any of the drivers ahead, really.
He might be missing the front wing because of the removal of the Ural Kali sponsor. I'm not sure if they can finance the team anymore. Not enough front wings to go around.
Well, they at least in the game here they have some very capable drivers compared to Nikita Mazepin in real life. But still, everyone's so close to each other. But with the wet conditions, you have to really be ballsy to go for a move.
Yeah. Uru though, lost a chunk of his wing before, but he was good. He was sat in P7 if I remember correctly, and he's
so he
working his way back up.
Technically, he's in P7 now with with Bob having a 3-second time penalty. If I'm not wrong, I have to switch it over.
Yeah, I believe
he has
it is.
a 3-second time penalty as we speak.
Yeah, so I'm sure he'll be willing to get back past as much as possible. As further up the field, back at the front, top 5 separate each other more or less each with a second. So, you know, they're starting to settle into their rhythm. Hopefully, no more safety cars.
Maverick needs to get a move on with that 3-second time penalty. That's really gonna that could put him all the way down into P4.
I'm not sure if you see this. I think this is a game glitch because he joined late. But Davis is running Daniel Ricciardo's number 3 car, and he's got no helmet. I'm not sure if you can see the same thing.
I need to get a good. Yep, he's
not
racing with no helmet. That's it's raw skill to keep your eyes. It's raw skill to keep your eyes open for this.
Yeah, I knew they were bringing in a new car regulation.
I think
safety.
Car number 69 has crashed, and so has
with his teammate.
Bob.
Oh, don't tell me that. That's not. That's the last crash with his teammate. We've had that before in both divisions, and that's the worst feeling ever.
Yeah, you're both fighting for the same chunk of track basically, and you both want to get the same. I mean, obviously the person in your teammate is your first rival basically. But yeah, I'm happy we don't have a safety car again.
Well, some people view him as the first rival. Some view him as, well, you know,
QV being the second driver. You just view him as the driver that he can't beat.
Yeah, I don't know, because me and Honnold are always willing to work with each other and help each other as much as possible. We never argue.
Now, sorry to interrupt, but Adam XMX now in P8, which is it's a good chunk of points, but not what he wants ideally. But still, I mean, we're only just about halfway through the race, and there's still so much that can happen, especially with it being wet.
I mean, he's got good pace. Well, we'll see how much he can extract from the car, but not much happening at the front. It's just really settling down. Logic starting to close a little bit on Maverick. I think Maverick made a mistake there, actually. And Logic's gained about half a tenth on him already. So sorry, half a second.
He's right there. Something I've noticed about Logic is his ERS usage scares me. Where he uses them on which corners. He uses them on every exit of the corner, but the thing is, with it being wet conditions, I'm scared of it having mass repercussions with it having so much wheel spin as soon as he uses it.
Oh, Maverick goes very
wide, but
at turn 13 he cuts back across, and Logic just has to brake as to not lose his front wing there. But
that's caused Logic to lose a bit of time to Maverick, surprisingly, even though Maverick's the one with the mistake.
Yeah, I think Maverick think along with the pressure, I think his tires are starting to feel.
Maybe I think right about now the tires are probably a bit bald.
A bit bold.
A bit bold.
Yeah. Adam XMX, very close to Uru as well, so he's definitely working his way through the field.
That's true, and looking at Uru, I don't know. It's so difficult to make a move in these conditions. Especially around a track like this, it's almost the equivalent of Monaco, just without the walls being beside you. Well, and Adam XMX is right. Yeah, he wants the position, that's for sure.
Yeah, but Adam, patience, my good friend.
Please.
Yeah, you don't win races in one lap. But you know, he's also, if you think about it, he's also got much fresher tires than Uru.
That's true. Yeah, I think he has some of the freshest tires on the track, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I think he will.
His Uru actually has fresher, because Uru had to pit for the damage. Remember?
Yes, he did. My mistake.
So Uru has 6 laps. Adam XMX has 7. and Boob has 0 currently.
Yeah.
But I think Adam XMX is probably gonna get the move done here.
Yeah, he's just pushing him through this corner, honestly. As we go into turn 14. Takes a different line to get out of the spray of the Red Bull ahead of him.
Yeah.
But he doesn't really seem to get the good exit down the straight. Davis, kind of close to Sebo.
Is he gonna break late here? I don't think so. No, he's got to think of the race ahead of him.
Davis, currently looking at P5 here. You know, it's not too far away from Sebo. He's definitely keeping up with it.
That's
Tucked
true.
behind the wing, but you just see Adam through this first sector, just pushing that Red Bull through it.
Almost, yeah. I think Uru probably has a third sector quite nailed, but it's his first sector that seems to be a little bit lacking compared to Adam XMX.
Yeah. See, that's the thing though. It's Hungary though. It doesn't matter. You can still defend even if you're a much slower car. As Lima, showing his true pace, goes with the fast lap. He had a spin earlier on.
That steals the fastest lap point from Wrath. Even though Lima is in 12th, meaning that the fastest lap will not count for him technically points wise. It's like kind of like putting salt into the wound of Wrath, although he's in first.
Yeah.
But still, you just realize you got to push twice as much now.
Yeah, definitely. But I think Wrath's too bothered here. I mean, he's managing the race very well. Plenty of ERS.
There is.
And same for his teammate Maverick. Maverick's got plenty of ERS, even though he is under threat from Logic. Whilst Logic trying to push, but Maverick's starting to gap him. So a good job from the Alpine boys, just managing it well.
It's very interesting. Honest, I'll say it again, but Logic's usage of the ERS, it's very interesting. I've never seen someone use so much ERS in the wet. ZK7 as well, but if you notice, everyone else probably has like 70 to 80% ERS, while ZK7 and Logic are the only ones that have below 50.
Yeah, that is true. I think in the wet as well, you do regenerate a lot.
Yeah, you regenerate
the
a lot,
heavier.
meaning that these guys are using it every chance they have, basically. Any straight line they get.
Well, as long as you're not wasting it in the sense that you have 100 and you're not gaining any more.
Yeah.
As long as you have like, because 80 to 90 or 70 to 90 that is the sweet spot where you're using some and you're still going to regenerate it back.
Exactly. Yeah.
But you're not letting it sit there be idle.
It's as soon as you start to get to like 30 where it's quite difficult to maintain the pace, because then you're relying so much on the ERS already, and you gotta stop to use it eventually.
Oh my gosh! Oh no, Adam! That was not a smart place to make a move, but he does get past Uru. Does he have damage though?
I did not.
Doesn't look
that,
like it. No, it's alright. I was just staying on board with them. He finally got past him, going into turn 10. The fast left-hander where you can lose the rear. That is.
Sebo's pitting
managed to get past him there. Uri was just not on his line though, and he's just struggling. So Adam's probably very happy. Sigh of relief.
And he's also going to get another position on Sebo. I don't think Adam XMax has to pit again. Especially with him having a lot fresher tires. Yeah. But the thing is, when are the front runners going to pit? Although it's wet, the idea of that Hungary has high tire wear and the undercut generally works a lot better. It's currently working against Wrath and Maverick right now, I have to say.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean,
if Wrath or Maverick pit now, that will most likely and most probably, because Davis, ZK7, Logic, Maverick, and Wrath, they all have to pit.
Yeah, more than likely. I don't think their tires are going to go all the way to the end. But we'll see Sebo's pace. First one to box out of the front runners, so see what kind of laps he starts to set.
He has some decently clear air in front of him.
Yeah, apart from car number 69, he isn't too far behind him, so he should start closing the gap. Or maybe there's just no tire difference at all, depending on the wear. It's just sometimes it happens.
Also depends on the driver, to be fair.
Yeah.
In the wet, it's already quite difficult to tell if your tires can actually grip up, because you don't really feel it. You feel like the car is always in a constant slide and you're always correcting it. But
yeah,
seeing from the time, I think there's a very evident difference here. Because Sebo's just made up half a second right now, and I'm not sure if that was due to a mistake. Unknown player has retired from the session, but he did that in the pits, so we won't be seeing a safety car.
Yeah, good man. Just a shame from him.
Take a break. We have a week break after this, actually. Take a break, practice some Silverstone, which is the next race.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Silverstone. We didn't have it last season, but I think it's a great track.
It is
I'm
definitely
really
a great
looking
track,
forward to
and I
seeing
think
it.
a lot of people, it's like in their top favorites.
Yeah, definitely. But Alpine, we'll see what they do with their strategy, because obviously you don't want to double stack. They're so close to each other. And Davis, you've seen a lot of people start to pit. We've seen ZK7 pit, and we've seen
Adam XMX,
yeah.
I hate to say it, he's on for a win here if these guys pit. It's an easy, and it's not a difficult win either for him. He's just had to stay on the track for the last bit.
I mean, if I'm Maverick or Wrath, I'd be thinking of staying out.
Question is, how do they feel on the track right now, though?
I mean, if they feel like they're going well, yeah, by all means stay out. But
Wrath
know,
currently
it's-
staying out, and Maverick as well.
yeah, I don't think these guys are going to pit. Logic has closed up the gap. It's been fluctuating between 2 and
Yeah, and Logic's
half a
also
second.
to be fair, also Logic's also saved some ERS. It was at 46.
Davis
beginning of
pits
the
though
straight.
from 4th, so see where he comes out. I think
Yeah.
he's going to come out behind this pack. And he made up a lot of positions, but I'm not sure that was the smartest.
Adam XMX went for the fastest lap there with a 132.0.
Yeah, he's got plenty of ERS. If these guys in front don't pick, could we see him on the podium potentially?
I think so with Maverick's penalty and at the pace that Adam XMX is going at, I think we could probably see him in 3rd place.
But Adam doesn't just settle for penalties. I think he's going to try and pull a move off on track, maybe on Logic.
You think?
Yeah,
If
I
he
think
pulls
he
it
will.
on Logic, that'll put him into P2. To be fair,
That would be good.
we'll just have to.
Sorry, it's cutting Davis and car number 69 going into turn 2 currently at the moment. Car number 69 goes wide and outbreaks himself.
Sebo's gonna try to swoop in and get. He's gonna third party them.
He's gonna third party these two. But well, actually no, Sebo's been behind car number 69 for quite a while. I think he has more pace, but he just can't get past. It's Hungary. It's what we're on about.
You need to find where you can get the grip down.
Oh no, that is. Oh,
That was risky.
that was
From
no
Sebo.
offense. That was a very stupid move from him.
It was very risky,
No.
that's for sure. But the thing is,
Maverick has
Maverick's
left the
left
session. Oh no.
Please no.
Oh no, monk ass.
Logic is definitely gonna get the position right now because all he just has to do is brake at his normal braking line.
It's just using. Yeah, look how much how much quicker he can brake.
Oh no, Maverick. But to be fair, it's not really gonna make a position difference because he's still technically P3 right now. But Adam XMX is not looking far behind.
He's still in a good position overall anyway. Finished 2nd, 3rd, so. Davis though was lucky to get out ahead of those two, out of in front of 69. And
I was just
Sebo.
about to say that Maverick's AI was putting on a hell of a fight. Maverick's joined back and he's gonna be furious the same way I was yesterday, where as soon as you join back and you see the guy that you were like fighting to stay ahead of, and you just see him, he's just passed you easily with no stress at all even.
Yeah, Adam though, gap about a lap ago was 8 seconds, currently 6.5.
Yep.
He's definitely closing it in. Obviously, Maverick.
Give me a second. I'll check his lap times currently. So he's been setting consistent 32s for the last lap, and he set a 31 last lap. And he's currently he's improved his middle sector.
Wrath has got past Logic. Logic made a mistake. He must have going into turn
I'm sure he
13, 14. I mean, that's great for Maverick. I'm sure he's not complaining.
I think Adam XMX, he's setting very that his lap just now was only
It's consistent.
500. His lap was only 500ths off his PB.
That is ridiculous. I mean, he's only 3 seconds behind Logic now.
He's found the groove.
10 laps to go. 10 laps sorry, 11 laps to go, and he's much fresher tyres,
Yeah.
and he's closing the gap. I mean, this could be. I mean, we told you don't count Adam out ever. He's as long as he's still
I
got
even
all
said it
four
in the
wheels on the
beginning. If
car.
he pulls it from last to first, basically, in the wet too, it's a whole other story. And
Yeah,
we to be fair,
just gotta stay
we
consistent.
can't lie. We did count him out when we saw him get damaged that second time because we were like, "There's no way."
Yeah, I didn't really think it. Yeah, I just thought it just wasn't his day, and he was feeling it. But Raph, he can see the 4 people behind him, and Adam is one of them. And
Yep.
he sees the delta going down slowly but surely.
Yeah, he sees it ticking down, and he's looking at, he's sweating right now, looking at his 3-second time penalty, knowing that that's the thing that's gonna let him down. X Davis has retired from the session. I'll try to see if maybe I can see.
Is this a safety car? This is VSC.
Yeah, he's crashed right at the chicane. VSC is not really gonna make a difference much because these guys have to kind of maintain their gap, not really.
Unless it gets converted. I think he's just lost it on the curb. He's just too much
Yeah.
power too early, and it's just spun him right round.
It's a shame because both McLarens were looking for some really good points today, especially with Logic being in effectively P2 as we speak.
Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised at the amount of safety cars and VFCs we've had, but I'm not surprised, but I am surprised with the amount of DNFs. We've only had 4,
That's
which
true.
isn't too many considering the treacherous condition.
That's very
So-
true. And the thing is, only one of them DNF'd on the first lap. VSC is now
Yeah.
off. Adam X Max has lost time. He was 2.2 seconds at one point during the VSC I remember seeing. And he's lost a full second basically now.
Yeah, playing it safe though, much better to lose a second than to lose 20 getting a drive through. So
Although we have ghosting on, something that's happening here is that Maverick's now gotten past that. But Logic has to deal with Bob being there in front of him. And the thing is, it kind of obscures your vision a little bit.
but he just managed to get past him into turn 12. So
Yeah, but that's
very
something
good.
that also Adam XMX is going to have to deal with when coming up, if he will come up. We have 10 laps left now.
Yeah. Sure. But yeah, well, I think Adam XMX will hopefully. Well, I think he should dispose of Bob rather quickly. I mean, everyone here though gained. Most people have gained. Only people to have lost places. Lima, very unfortunate for him. I think he definitely had pace today. Highest 4th.
That's true.
Adam's only lost 1 position. Started 3rd, and he was at the back of the grid, sat in a lowly P14. So
It's very
I
impressive.
definitely think podium is definitely on the table here if you can close that gap up to Maverick.
Your driver of the day so far?
Ooh. It's a tough one. I mean, it's hard not to give it to Adam because
It is.
P3 and a brilliant recovery drive. But
True,
I
and
don't know,
it was
'cause-
in no fault of his own from being behind the grid because it was due to the incident.
but he did make 2 of his own mistakes.
That's true.
I don't know. I might be tempted to give it to Rath, put it on pole, and he's just been consistent throughout.
If
It's
he
not
could
been
get-
any.
Carry on.
No, sorry, it's not been anything spectacular. He hasn't made an epic overtake or had to defend for his life, but he's just kept it consistent, and he's shown that he has the ability to win races when he puts it on pole.
If
And
he gets also the fastest lap, that'll be a grand slam for him.
Yeah, led every lap, fastest lap on pole. Yeah, it'll certainly be a grand slam. As we see Adam come up to Bob, the not back marker, but a lapped car. Sorry.
Yeah.
See how quickly he passes him. 95% ERS at 100 going into the final corner. So
Yeah. I think it's
Plenty
the
of
best way
ERS.
to keep the cars nice and stable, not cause any mistake, and that's the fastest lap of the race.
that's yeah. I think he's gonna hold. I think he's gonna deny Rath for this grand slam. So and he's closing into Logic. I mean, got 8
Meaning
laps to go.
that he also, I think he has to find maybe a second or so, or a second in some, and that'll put him into position to even contest
Logic,
for Mavericks.
he's
positions
only on 15% ERS, and as you mentioned earlier, once it's below 30, it is quite hard to manage if you're being so heavily reliant on it.
Exactly.
Maverick It's got that 3-second time penalty. So I recommend Maverick starts burning a bit of that lovely ERS. He's got it all saved up.
Yeah.
But he shouldn't push too hard the way he's at risk of putting
Look,
an error.
if I was in his position, using the ERS and the rain is really unpredictable. I think I'd just settle. All right, I'll probably get a P3 out of this at best. I should push a little bit, but not too hard where I'm gonna really risk the entire race.
I'd definitely use it on the straights, but probably not ideal in Sector 2 or even Sector 3, to be honest. So
Adam XMX 7/10 behind on his last lap, which I don't know. It's gonna be very tight to see if he can even get the podium here.
Yeah. I hope there's no VSC or safety car or anything.
Something
I just want to see his pace at the end.
Car number 69 has fitted the intermediates.
Is he trialing? I mean, I don't think the weather's going to change, so I think he's just experimenting with them. He's
Practicing for
him and his teammate.
Silverstone.
Yeah, probably.
He's
him and his
struggling.
teammate.
He's not really getting it. He's not able to get the power down too much.
He's losing time to the ghost of Vicky, who is currently, I think, a bot.
Yeah.
So, good for him.
Vicky is gonna get some. He's gonna get his first 2 points as a bot.
I think Vicky, just because of his, I think he has a lot of disconnect. It's no fault of his own. It's just where he lives and how we run the league that we tend to host from a European host. So
that's true.
It's just the way it works. So
Adam XMax now 1.6 seconds behind Logic.
He's closing the gap. He's definitely closing the gap. Rest of the field spread out and not really gaining on each other. But Adam, what a recovery drive.
He's the closest driver we have right now to another driver currently. Was ZK7 also 1.6 behind Uru? Let me see the penalties here so we can see.
Did Uru not? Uru didn't have to pit. Uru's up to 5th. I just realised now. I apologise for that. That's good job from Uru there.
Yeah, Uru had to pit only once because he had that damage that one time, but it's a good comeback also as well from him.
P5 up from 9th on the grid. So Adam, he's just almost doing his fastest lap every lap, only a 10th slower.
Yeah, he dipped back for only 1 lap, but he's back on it now.
And he has that ERS to burn, whereas Logic really doesn't.
It's gonna be very, very close with him and Maverick to get P3.
Yeah, I mean he has plenty more ERS than Logic ahead of him, but passing him is one thing. So, I mean catching him is one thing, sorry, and passing him is other, especially around Hungary. So does have fresher tires though as well. So
that's true. The top 3 are all probably going to be struggling a little bit with putting the power down, but still they're keeping quite consistent pace. But Adam XMX just has that little bit more rubber to push as hard as he can.
Yeah. Do you think we might see a puncher here from top 3? I hope not, but
I don't. The thing is, I wish we could see some sort of graph to see it. I'm not sure.
There is in the game. There is in the game.
It appears randomly.
It just appears randomly out of nowhere. I think it's if you follow a driver for a long, extended amount of time. I think I had it a couple weeks ago last week, sorry, in Monza. I was following Oddish for a while, and I saw his tire performance compared to Rath's because they were fighting for a while. So it just comes up randomly. So
Adam XMX technically P3 right now as we speak, and he's
back on the podium.
Ideally, if this was a dry race, he was within DRS distance, and I think he might be able to go. Car number 69 is retired and
in the pits. So
I think his what's it called, his Inter's his amusement went away pretty quickly. But that's 5 DNFs.
Just unfortunate. I think Greek driver is from Greece.
Yeah. Not much wet weather there, I don't think. So they're just not accustomed to this.
Quite sunny. But this is Logic's. Oh, Mavericks left the session again. Oh,
Hold
That's
up.
a shame. I think
I'll try my best to invite him right now.
yeah, I think he's looking at a P4 finish here now. Realistically, I think Logic's going to get back past him.
He's completely offline. I can't do anything.
That's unfortunate for Maverick. Still going to be a good points haul, and he shouldn't beat himself up about it, especially if it's not his fault.
He's done it. He's done as best as he can. He's only made one mistake.
Oh no!
No!
No! Pitting. When he comes back out, I think he'll be ahead. ZK7 managed to get past Uru.
I think Maverick's just joined back right now.
VSC, he's lucky. He's so lucky. A VSC, that's going to be great for him.
It's a free pit stop. This is a
Oh
chance.
my gosh.
Maverick
A
needs
master
to show
from his...
Maverick needs to show who he is right now and push like hell on those fresh tires. He has the freshest tires on the track right now. He has nothing to lose.
Yeah. I mean, Uru's not pitting. Oh, he is. He's got ring damage. He made a mistake. So frustrating for Uru. He's going to be demoted to P9. He was doing so well in 5th.
Bro, you were... why do we jinx it again?
I think it's still a very good...
Logic got a drive
does Logic...
That puts Adam XX into P2 now.
He doesn't even have to pass him on track.
That puts Maverick into P3. This is so lucky. This is extremely lucky for Maverick.
Incredibly lucky.
At the same time, Logic's punching the air right now.
Yeah. I think Logic will come out maybe definitely P4, maybe P5, depends on how hard ZK7 pushes.
He has to do this drive through this lap because next lap there's only going to be 3 laps left.
Yeah. I mean, not many other battles up and down the pitch. I think, sorry, down the track. Sebo did manage to close on ZK7. I think he's been closing slowly over the race, but Adam passes Logic as he goes into the pit. Started 3rd, but went all the way back as low as 14th, and is now back up to 2nd. Oh, what a drive from Adam.
Do you think... Alright, now, I've seen some incredible stuff from Adam lately. Do you think he's going to contest for the win?
No, I think with the amount of laps he's got left, unless something happens to Wrath,
I think Maverick had
5 seconds.
I think Maverick had an issue. He's still gonna stay behind Logic here.
I mean, the drive-through is only what, 15 seconds, maybe less. So, and he did have to pit, so that was 20 seconds. So
that's true.
But at least he stayed ahead of 7. I think Logic, he might be looking at him on the podium. However, Adam, just under 5 seconds behind Wrath. I think Wrath, 3 laps to go. Hopefully he should have it in the bag, unless his tyres blow out or something. I hope they do not.
That's true. He's on 30-lap-old tyres. He's going to be nursing them as much as he can. You could just see Adam XX come around the corner behind Wrath right now. It's going to be... It reminds me a lot about Monza in Division 1. I think it's going to come down to some of the final laps here. I'm just really scared for Wrath's tires right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's so marginal, but hopefully, I think the wet weather tends to lessen the wear on the tyres. Adam, though, he's pushing like hell.
Exactly.
He's just gone 5 tenths faster than his previous fastest lap. I mean... He's taken out half a second on Wrath as well. Now 4.5 seconds.
Let's ride on board for one of his laps here, and let's see exactly.
I mean, it's great pace. It's great pace, but at this rate, he'll still finish 3 seconds behind Wrath. So
you can see how gentle he is with the throttle in some corners, but he's always. There's not really a point where he's off the throttle completely. He's always on it a little bit.
Maverick.
There's a 3-second time penalty
for
Logic right now. Yep.
Yeah, and he's got much fresher tyres, and he's gained. He's just gained about half a second in one corner there from what I saw on the Delta. So
yep.
He's pushing like hell. He's putting in green sectors, meaning he's improved himself.
One thing I know about Maverick.
Don't tell me Uru's. Don't tell me Uru DNF'd.
Nah,
put it in the wall at 10:13. Sorry, it's about it.
He's big chillin'. Kind of.
Yeah.
And he put it in the wall. I don't know if that was on purpose or not.
Or
I think
he might be frustrated. You know, he's still a young guy. Doesn't have much experience. I don't understand if he gets
Logic's
frustrated at stuff. No,
right in front of Maverick.
too. Maverick though, he's on so much fresher tires.
They're
Oh
they're
no,
they're
it's
the
one lap to go.
they're the equivalent of each other right now. So they both have the same amount of penalties. So it's not really going to come into play at all. But the thing is, Maverick needs to put on a hell of a lap here if he wants to even get a glimpse.
I don't even think that will save him. I think Logic needs to make a mistake. They've both got
Maverick's
enough
already
ERS to
catching
get
up,
them
though.
through this straight.
Oh, he brakes super
Oh.
late. He gets on the curb. That's gonna mess him up a bit because it pushes him out wide. That's for sure. But the thing is, that middle sector, I don't know. It's gonna be really tight.
What lap are they on?
They're on lap 34
Oh no,
now.
sorry.
Oh,
There's still
that was a
another
mistake. There's
lap to
still two
go.
left. Oh, then it could definitely.
This
He's
is close.
0.2 now behind Logic.
Yeah. So I think rest of this lap, just tuck it in behind his rear wing. Don't make any mistakes. Hopefully he may make a mistake, but set it up for a move into turn 1 on the next lap. Stay as close as you can.
Definitely.
He's got the ERS to burn. Logic does as well though, so it'll honestly be about traction. Maverick, big advantage with those fresh tires.
Exactly. Come on, Maverick.
He wants that podium bad. He can smell it.
He smells the sweat dripping
I
from
hope
Logic right
Logic
now.
does well as well, but Maverick's just had a bit of a tough season. He's had a couple podiums taken away from him due to no error of his own most of the time. But Adam's closed up the gap to 2.6. I thought it'd be around 3. He's going incredibly fast.
Rath needs to be careful of not getting anything wrong, basically. Come on, Rath.
He just needs to keep it
Come
clean.
on, Maverick.
But-
I know.
he gets a bit wide.
One thing I know about Maverick right now, he's dressed in an Alpine hoodie with his name. It's glowing right now. He's
Just
right
gentle
there,
into turn
man.
1, not too much curb. I don't know. I don't think he's got it. I think unless Logic makes a mistake through the sector 2 and 3,
there
I think
is a good
Logic's
chance
got
of
it
it, to
back.
be fair, because you can just see Logic's kind of nursing the car. It's the tires, man. The tires are gonna come in play.
Does he make a move into turn 12 or something along those lines? Gonna stay on board. He looks around the outside, but not
Probably
there.
trying to get that clear. He doesn't want no dirty air through the sector here. He brakes nice and late. Touches both
Good job on the
apexes,
chicane.
Takes it wide, which is perfect. He's nailing these corners as we speak. He lifts off a little bit, I think, maybe because I don't know.
It's hard with the dirty air and all the spray.
Rath about to
Nah,
cross
he
the
doesn't
line
have
now.
the run.
Rath wins the Hungarian GP, starting from first with Adam XX with a comeback drive.
To second. I think
To
Maverick
second
tried
place.
to go for a move into turn 12. He went very deep. But I think Logic's got this one. It's going to
It's
nurse the
okay,
car
though.
home to a solid P3.
Both
You know,
of these
we
drivers,
haven't
both
seen him-
Logic and Maverick had some I say Maverick has the most bad luck. He had to disconnect twice and fight for the position again, but well done from all these drivers finishing today. It's not an easy feat to finish a wet race, let alone finish it in such good positions too.
Yeah, definitely. ZK7 with the solid P5, you know. He's improved a lot. I think P5 for him was all. Sebo P6, I think he would have liked more, especially considering War Panda wasn't able to deliver today, sadly. So Ferrari might be kicking themselves a little bit. But yeah,
Vicky
Maverick.
gets some points today.
Son.
That's a good thing to
P7,
mark.
that's a good result.
Definitely, and to finish in the wet, it's huge.
Lima, P8.
And that's it for the race.
So close with Maverick and
I think had he had one more lap, he might have been able to do it. I don't know, man. I think
driver of the day though goes to Vicky.
I think that thing of him going on the curb that one lap before, I think that might have been an issue.
Yeah.
Boys, no champagne. Just
But-
witness this.
Back to driver standings. I mean, Adam leads still and he has a big gap to Rath, but Rath has closed it down a bit. He
That's
finishes
true.
ahead, but I mean, great recovery drive from Adam to reduce that gap, the
Definitely.
dent
But
that Rath put in his lead. But
what a race.
def, I
I've
mean,
we're